everyone, today I'll be reviewing this new movie just dropped on Netflix, Thunder Force, starring Melissa McCarthy, Octavia Spencer, and this movie is directed by Ben Falcon. And what is this movie about? Basically, this movie is about somehow Melissa McCarthy's character, she gets superpower, and also Octavia Spencer, her character also get like invisible power. Both of this character, how they get their power in this movie is really, if I'm being honest about it, it was ridiculous how she gets it. Like, she just gets into this her thing, and she just like this thing just poke her in her face, and she just get the power. I was like, oh, that was easy. Anybody can walk in there and like just lie down there and get your power there. Anyway, that being said, actually thought this movie did had some part were interesting, funny, some part were boring, some part were dragged so much, and some action scene didn't live up to his expectation. Overall, I don't know why I still like this movie. I know so many people are hating this movie on everywhere I saw, but I did see some people are also liking this movie. So I think basically this movie will be appealing to people who like Melissa McCarthy. So many people, they don't like Melissa McCarthy, especially on YouTube. I see people just don't like her. I actually really like Melissa McCarthy. Since Mike and Molly, I'm a huge fan of her. I think she's really funny, good actress. She has got nominated for Oscar. Of course, Octavia Spencer, how many times she has nominated for Oscar? Oscar-winning actress Octavia Spencer and Melissa McCarthy. When you put them together in one movie, how you not like it? Of course, you don't like it because movie itself was definitely not even. As I was saying, some part definitely dragged a lot. And when it came to the action part, really, this is where I think this movie problem is. Although, I don't know if this movie was written like that. So I have seen many movies and I know many actors and actresses, how they react. So I think in this movie, while I love Octavia Spencer, I really do. But I think in this movie, she wasn't right fit, mainly because I see when they got the power and it was time for them to fight, Octavia Spencer, she did not fight at all. She was just like invisible and scared, which I get it. She's scared. She's a scientist, a nerd person, as this movie said. Oh, I'm not nerd, I'm smart. Anyway, isn't it Tony Stark is a nerd too? But he's also able to fight and brave in this movie. The reason Octavia Spencer's character, like, she did not do any fight or do anything, probably because Octavia Spencer, she is as I was saying, Oscar-winning and Oscar-nominated actress. She doesn't have to do this kind of fight. She doesn't have time. Probably she got agreed to this movie to get big paycheck from Netflix, which is, I understand, really. She did not lift any finger in this movie. I was basically, especially even though your stunt double will do your fighting, still you have to move your muscle and do stuff on the movie, especially movie like this. Even though your stunt double will do stuff, but still, when camera come close to you, you have to do it. Because I did see Melissa McCarthy, she did do some of the fighting. It did not look like it was her stunt double was doing it. Probably because like you can, some of the fighting you do have to. So I think that is the biggest reason, like her character did not do any fighting in this movie. So I think that's the biggest reason for the fighting let down. And the joke is, this movie has fat people joke, you have seen 1,000 times. I don't know, but I still find them funny. I already am a big fan of these two actors. I think my opinion on this movie is a little bit clouded, but I understand if some people don't like this movie at all, because this movie definitely dragged some places, and especially the beginning of this movie, man, it dragged so much. I was like, oh my god, when they're gonna start doing stuff? Like, really, I was looking at my watch, it was like at least 45 minutes. There was just bantering, going back and forth, these two characters. There was no action, nothing was happening. Like, last 40 minutes of this movie, I was really... That being said, some of the CGI did look really nice for this movie. So I bet this movie did had a big budget because it was getting to this name actress, kind of famous actress for this movie. I know many people don't like Melissa McCarthy. Guess what? It is #1 trending on Netflix because people know these two actresses, and people are excited to see them in this movie. Although they don't do many fight, as I explained the reason for it. Anyway, I still had fun watching it. I understand if you didn't like this movie, you have every reason to be mad at this movie. Anyway, that was my thought. Thank you so much for checking this out. If you enjoyed my review, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave your comment, and please take care.